Have you ever found yourself pulling back from someone you deeply care about, even though everything seems to be going well? Maybe you start responding to their texts a little slower, or you suddenly feel the urge to create distance when things get too close. It's confusing, isn't it? You care about them, yet something inside you screams, run. This isn't about a lack of love. It's actually about emotional overload. Think about it like this. Imagine you're holding a precious glass sculpture that someone just handed you. Beautiful, right? But also terrifying. Your hands start to sweat. What if you drop it? What if you're not careful enough? The more valuable it becomes to you, the heavier it feels. That's what happens in our minds when love starts to feel like a high-stakes investment. Our brain kicks into survival mode, triggering that primal fight-or-flight response. Here's the thing most people don't realize. The impulse to run isn't actually about the other person at all. It's a deeply ingrained attempt to protect ourselves from emotional exhaustion. We're trying to guard ourselves from the potential pain of being hurt, rejected, or disappointed. The inner critic's shadow. There's often a harsh voice lurking beneath this avoidance. It whispers things like, I need to be perfect to deserve this, or if they really knew me, they'd leave. Picture standing in front of a mirror, but instead of seeing yourself, you see this idealized version wearing a crown and cape. Meanwhile, the real you stands there thinking, that's who I need to be, or they'll walk away. This creates a paralyzing fear of being truly seen. So what do? We retreat before they have a chance to discover our flaws. Catastrophizing, the mind's dark theatre. Ever caught yourself mentally scripting a disaster that hasn't happened yet? You meet someone wonderful, and instead of enjoying the moment, your mind starts producing this horror movie. Rejection, abandonment, failure. It's like standing at the beginning of a beautiful path, but all you can see ahead is a massive storm cloud filled with question marks and lightning bolts. By predicting the worst-case scenario, we give ourselves permission to avoid taking the risk altogether, when the past won't let go. For some people, early experiences taught them that closeness equals danger. Maybe growing up, intimacy came with conditions or love felt unpredictable. Now, as adults, when someone reaches out with genuine affection, it triggers an alarm system that says, danger, loss of freedom ahead. Imagine someone standing inside a glass box, curled up protectively. Someone outside is waving hello, but the person inside can't see the friendly gesture. They only feel trapped. This protective wall isn't hatred or indifference. It's an unconscious, deeply ingrained safety strategy that once served a purpose, but now keeps us isolated. The depression trap. Sometimes a pessimistic mindset creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you're convinced you're inadequate and that relationships always fail, you start interpreting everything through that lens. Your brain tells you this person matters so much that losing them would be devastating. And paired with the belief that you'll always feel inadequate, the only logical response seems to be retreat. It's like your internal battery is constantly showing red and you simply don't have the energy to risk more pain. Rewriting the story, but here's the beautiful truth. That wall isn't rejection, it's a shield. And understanding why it was built is the first step to gently dismantling it. You don't have to tear it down all at once. Start by separating love from perfection. Real connection isn't about presenting a flawless version of yourself. Think of it like building something together at a table, both of you with tools in hand, collaborating rather than competing. The goal isn't to arrive perfectly assembled, it's to be present in the messy, ongoing process of truly knowing each other. Practice vulnerability in small steps. Imagine climbing a staircase where each step is shaped like a heart. You don't have to leap to the top. Share something small that feels authentic. Let your brain learn through experience that vulnerability doesn't always lead to catastrophe. Build emotional endurance gradually. When that urge to flee arises, pause and name what you're actually feeling. Instead of thinking, I'm not interested in this person, try saying to yourself, I'm feeling anxious right now because this connection feels important. It's like pointing at a spiky cloud labeled anxiety instead of letting it consume you. Naming the emotion creates space between you and the fear. Remember, the journey isn't about eliminating self-doubt or anxiety completely. It's about developing the capacity to hold those feelings without letting them dictate your actions. Real, lasting intimacy doesn't require perfection. It requires the courage to show up imperfectly and stay present. So, if you find yourself sitting on that bench with a heart between you and someone who cares, remember this: don't quit the game before it even begins. Understanding your impulse to run with compassion is the first step toward building something real. Because love isn't a final exam you need to pass. It's a process of discovery, and you're worthy of it exactly as you are.